roll some dice on a Tuesday night, doing stuff. A new player with us that we all met. I mean, before we recorded, but yeah, Chase is here. Yay! Hey! Woo! Hey! It's we won't have to do like a Jack in the Box introduction. Just like stay black screen and then somebody else is here. Boom! Like in here. That would be cool though if we could have coordinated that. But no. But cool. So, Mando's not joining us tonight, but he'll be on the ship regardless. It's a big ship, in a lot of places to take naps and stuff. So, like I said, I provided a sort of brief synopsis of the whole campaign, a year and a half or whatever. But anybody want to give kind of a brief rundown of specifically like the last session, kind of like the end of the session before last and kind of the revelations in the cave, and then the fight last session, and then what are we doing now?
We were chasing after somebody that ended up in the cave. We split up. I think Greg went one way and everyone else went the other. We got lost a little bit, and we spent a little bit of time trying to figure out how to like traverse doors. Like the doors are the hardest thing, like the open and stuff. Greg was off in his happy little world doing stuff and everything. And we ended up fighting some elementals eventually. That was an interesting fight. That took a little bit of time to go through, and then Craig just comes up on just watching with popcorn.
No, that was Cal. Cal was the one who got separated.
Cal. Was it Cal? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just comes up and sees us all fighting and whatnot. And then we found out some revelations about a couple of different characters, particularly with Null, finding out some backstories that he's a little bit more intricate into some other plans. He may have been cloned, may not be cloned, may not, may have been part of some sort of army of some sorts. There's a lot of kind of like that is thrown up in the air. But we're on our way. I forgot the town. It would start with a T.
Triboar.
Triboar. So we're currently, I think where we last left off is we hired, or we made friends with some people to help because our mutual interest, and they're kind of helping around the ship and stuff like that. I think we unfortunately lost Seven, who was one of the pilot, or like the main like pilot person of the ship that we were on, or like integrated into the ship. Not really AI, but kind of acted a little bit kind of like that.
Yeah. Plot AI.
And and then Mando found some interesting stuff about him, found a lost tribe of people. He wasn't too happy that there's just a tribe of people that were there that he didn't know about, and he's like, where have you been? What happened to all our people? What's going on? So he's been on a big quest trying to find out where he's from and stuff, and the other Mandalorians and stuff like that, and what's going on and everything. There's a semi-weird connection between Noel and Mando, but maybe like just because I'm a technology that they have or something. I don't know. There's weird stuff at the moment. We haven't had straight answers with that, but we've got some really cool backstory where Noel actually may have had a place somewhere. Because for a while he's just kind of been around, just traveling around, not really progressing his own personal life, just kind of like wandering around, drifting and kind of stuff. And like Mando has been working on trying to find his people, find his technology and stuff like that. Just bring people together with all that. And so where we left off was just on that ship to figure out what our next steps are and who are we going to kill next.
Well, where we left off is we had just thwarted the pewter griffins.
The pewter griffin. Yeah. The flyers that were around, yeah. That was an interesting one. I've never done a battle where you're in a ship in midair and then you have to kind of like figure out how to hit something in midair for stuff. And like, I tried to thorn whip one of them. That I thought was going to be really cool to do, but I didn't get a chance to really pull that off. But that would have been really cool because I was going to jump on one of them.
Yeah.
And like kill them in midair, basically. But like,
really wish you would have committed to the jump.
I tried to. I think I either rolled bad or it just like. Yeah. I have feather fall, so like I don't know how far far we were up, but like I probably could have survived. I would have dented the ground probably. Like, but yeah, the pewter griffins was interesting. That was a really cool kind of thing. Just a bunch of flying chickens around for that. But yeah,
cool. Yeah. So on our way to Triboar, with the
what was I didn't quite catch it. What was the group on their way to Triboar for?
We're looking for some giants, if I remember correctly.
several things.
like the heads of the dry. Isn't that like the heads of one of the giant clans or something like that? We got whiff that they may be out there, so we're either going to meet them and strike a deal, or just straight up kill them.
Yeah, there's a few reasons that brought the group to Triboar. The first one, chronologically, was after the quest of Mountain's Toe Gold Mine, where you ran into the rat bastards, and you took care of them real quick. That was you discovered Darthag Olgar had been slain, and poor Don-Jon Raskin. That was like his best friend, his drinking buddy in Phandalin, and he feels really guilty, and he needs to, or wants to, tell his now widow, who is in Triboar, about what has happened. And that was the original reason that you guys were being kind of asked to go that way. And then after meeting with the smith, Tefuratal, leader of the Phandalorians, and Axholm in the starport, during that scene, she revealed that my mind just stopped. What were we she revealed? I was trying to imagine. I was trying to look for the
and that's
word.
how I have ADHD. That's exactly what it is.
I like put effort into remembering the word spaceport, and then lost completely control of the plot. Like, what the hell was it?
Exactly. That's ADHD. That's like, I know what task I need to do. Cool. And then you walk into a room.
What am I here? Who am I here?
Yeah.
So Tefuratal, yes, after asking her several questions, that's right. The group was led to believe that yes, there were several reasons to visit Triboar. There's, I think, a missing piece to a giant construction they're trying to build, a war machine that is allegedly the fire giants have a piece, and the group is trying to look for information leading to that. So yes, that was one of the reasons to go to Triboar.
Yeah.
Not sure why it's connected, but that's what they were told. So.
Hey, aren't you the narrator then? Wait.
No, you're
How
not.
do you not know?
Sorry, they're not sure. Yeah, there we go. And then Tefuratal imparted a small squadron of I shouldn't throw around military words. I don't really know that could mean something completely different. Group of 4 militaristic group of Phandalorians, Titus, Vorenus, Aziraphale, and Crowley. They have already proven themselves to be resilient in battle and steadfast, and they very loyal to what they believe is the greater cause. So, and
I've seen many men run from elementals.
yes, yeah, that was fun. The elementals were fun. Steaming piles, yeah, you like that? Yeah. All right.
Oh, if they come back,
Got your Phandalin steamer right here. So, yeah. Oh man, and I even drew it out in my notes. It was supposed to be this rune that was glowing as soon as the kablooey loogies hit the deck. There was supposed to be like a rune that appeared above the smoldering pile, and it was ground. It's ground.
Okay.
Like, ground yourself. We're on our way to Triboar, and there were no more aerial antics. It was smooth sailing on the air currents there. I don't know why I can't speak English. I need a drink. There we go. Hey, cheers! Yay!
I've got tea.
Bourbon Heritage Month coming up.
Ooh, what's Bourbon Heritage Month like really mean? Is it just like the different bourbons that?
An excuse to drink bourbon.
Yes, I got a lot of. Yes, I got to take it home.
And he doesn't invite us over for tasting any of these.
Oh,
There's
sorry.
no fee.
Yeah. We could do an in-person one-shot, but tonight I'm doing Brothers Bond, straight bourbon whiskey.
Brothers, why does that sound so familiar?
That's the Ian and Paul from Vampire Diaries. That's their brand. But it's good. All right. Like I said, last session, Vorenus captains, he pilots the ship unlike Seven used to. Seven was very robotic almost, perfect, but like almost, almost like a graphing calculator in his the way he treated flight. But like I said, the new guy clearly has years of experience with similar vessels, at least, and seems to just know how to better operate this thing. And it's like almost like second nature. You guys it's such a smooth ride. Even though if you were to look out the window, there is quite a bit of movement, but it's just the way he does it. It's really smooth. So it takes us about the rest of the day to get the Triboar. We'll say about evening. We're approaching, and for the sake of brevity, but also like we're always going to do this. Vorenus, as Captain Vorenus is piloting, he's going to pull up a map of the area, and he'll ask you guys. He'll indicate that we're approaching on Triboar, and we're coming from the west, and there are a few settlements on the road that lead into town, and it would probably be best if we landed like we always, if we're in the ship, we'd land about a mile away from town, just so we don't, attract too much attention. Chase, that's like a normal thing that we do. So looks like the southwest corner of town is probably the best bets. It's just like the edge of the Star Metal Hills over there. And it'd probably be easy to land behind one of the Star Metal Hills and head into town that way, if you guys wanted to. But as always, it is an option to, land on the town mayor if you want to. It's whatever.
Open fire.
Can we land on the Wicked Witch of the West?
Right. Well, that's west, though. You guys went east. This is the Good Witches here. This is Glinda. So, anyway.
Cool. Okay, cool.
So yeah, if we do that, then you guys find yourself, and you can easily, as the Neverweakened starts to descend, you see Triboar in the very near distance. It's only a mile away, so and it seems to be much larger than Phandalin. There is a clear center of town, a tower, and what is appears to be a square, and then several, I don't want to say blocks, several additions to the center of this town. Whereas, Phandalin was just pretty much just that little bundle in the middle. It was growing. It had, we'll even say it had tripled in size since you guys first started your adventures, just because of all the safety that you've been able to provide to the area, and people were willing to invest more. But even still, with the growth, Triboar still dwarfs the expanded Phandalin. So we land safely and begin to walk in. We're gonna say Mando joins Job for a sleep. So he's been real tired, especially after he went full war machine last session, and
it was a lot.
That was a lot of blasting. So we'll say his cannon overheated. Say what?
Weapon maintenance.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it got overheated, and he's melted the end of his cannon. Shit, dude. So he'll hang back with especially Titus. Titus is eyeballing all y'all's weapons. Really, he's like a geek when it comes to that stuff. And this big guy, veteran, definitely super into this stuff. It's oh yeah, I would love to fix it, please. So he'll hang. So Mando will hang back. Cool. And we'll put Job on like bedding duties. He'll change sheets and everything and make sure everybody's laundry is clean. Okay. Yeah, we head into town. And so we got Null. Well, I'm going to hop over to the Triboar map. Might be a little premature, but whatever. Is there a Triboar? Yes. Triboar. Dun, 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 dun. Huge letters, Triboar.
Ooh,
Huge
okay.
letters, Triboar.
Oh, the long road.
That's right.
It'd be hilarious if they had like crossed it with a short road. I looked the Triboar Trail, cool, and then the long road,
Or the wide road.
the wide road. Which way do you come? The north long road.
Where's
Yeah.
Neverweakened?
Imagine if this becomes like a really big city and have traffic jams, and it's like, forget taking a long road home. There's a traffic accident on there.
Let's say I'm gonna put the ship token out there, but that just represents your group, not really the ship.
Okay.
So what's the plus 30 feet minus 30 feet? Is that that's the height?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
elevation.
plus 30 feet. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So like you see, and you could have seen a lot of this on the approach, and in the bottom right you'll see there's of the legend. There's like, so the main circle of Triboar. That's kind of like what this bigger map represents. And then outside of that, you would have to travel to get to these different ranches that are. So Triboar, and you know this even just by the smell coming in. Anybody who's been around livestock. Just imagine as you're approaching, coming in, even from maybe quarter mile, half mile away, you're hearing the sounds of livestock. It's like super active. You hear the sounds of sheep and people on horseback. Almost everybody's on horseback. So there's the clop, 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 clop on the dust roads, and then more like hundreds and hundreds of cattle being steered about. Some of it, you'll see it sometimes being herded down the street by several like cowboys, for lack of a better word, and then like I said, all kinds of livestock. And as you make your way in, the smell is overwhelming. And for anybody who's been around it, like it's not necessarily bad smell. It's just nature, like livestock. It's very very specific. So pungent, yes. Strong, yes. Not shy. It's not a shy smell.
Gets in all those crevices.
Yeah. So and you guys, like, I wanted this to be kind of like a old west vibe. This Triboar. So
Yes.
not that Phandalin wasn't. I mean, definitely was, but this even more so just because of like the business going on here. Phandalin's more of a, you got the mining town-ish kind of, but then mostly like small farmers and stuff. Now this is like big farmers. So this is like operations. These, as you come in along the main road, there are vendors set up on both sides, and peddling little knickknacks or so. And as you go even in deeper into the center of town, that's where on the west and the north, and I'll ping the map here if it'll ping. There we go. That's west and north caravan campgrounds. Sorry. And here you will see, going way back all the way to session 1, everybody on the caravan trail headed to Phandalin. In fact, the same group that everyone arrived with, the original group to Phandalin, a lot of that group did keep going to Triboar. Phandalin was just a stop. So may even see some familiar faces. I'm not prepared for any, but it might come up. But yeah, definitely you recognize the vibe. Just there's dozens and dozens of caravans propped up. Everyone, you hear the sound of cookware and stakes being hammered into the ground for tents. And like I said, as the sun's going down and people are just starting to really, fire up the campfires for dinner. Oh my gosh! And as you come in, there's a street vendor, and they have just recently, not recently, they have a butchered lamb, and they are making some kind of kebabs over there, and it's like everything's really fresh, and got thyme and rosemary, fragrance, everything, fragranting everything. So I don't know, I'm not using words. So and then next to it, there's you see a pottery maker. So like it seems like they make you a shape, and then they've got some drying off to the side, and then you get your own design. I guess you pick it up later. There's you see different stages of preparation for these pots. And then off to the next, it's a different food vendor. This guy's got they are scorpion popsicles, like gelatin, but they're like the whole thing has been turned into gelatin. So it's not like, in Asia they have the scorpions that are kind of trapped, suspended. This is more like it's been magically transformed into jelly. So like they wobble, and he's got them like bobbleheads.
Noel's got the weirdest confusion of look on his face and everything. He's like, he doesn't understand food because he doesn't consume it, but he's like, he's pretty sure that's not something normal he's normally seen around. It's been a variety of food that people eat.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
The cow is interested.
Wobble on the wobbly scorpion. Ooh.
Well, they have to go over just.
No, turns his attention to Greg and is like, "Is that something you would eat?"
Well, probably yes.
Oh, there we go.
Why turn it into a popsicle?
More like a gummy bear, like a giant scorpion, gummy scorpion.
On a stick.
On a stick.
On a stick.
The stick is for transportability, walking around.
Yes. And so that it wobbles real nice on the end of it.
Why don't you just pick up scorpion off ground, light it on fire, and eat it? Why do you have to coat it in what I'm presuming is a massive amount of sugar?
I promise you, Noel, next quest, we're going to get you that flavor upgrade. I promise, buddy.
That's just to look forward to.
Then he starts to taste everything, but it's like medieval food, so it's all shit. He's like, take it back.
It's the palate of the most refined somehow.
Right. Maybe Noel will then be able to partake in drinking and just end up like Bender.
Right. Come to the realization that everybody's food has a little bit of poop in it, and you're just like, I can't go back. But then after all these vendors, it's and everyone seems to have like their own thing, like their own shtick. Each booth will have its own decoration, its own theme. And we're gonna say like this is like farmers market style, kind of like a 10 by 10. What is it? 12 by 12. Tent / work area setup. And then something. It's almost like you hear in the background. I wanted to hear to have a street musician singing, and in the movie version of Neverweakened, it's going to be like a street musician version of Clint Eastwood by the Gorillas. So like and then hey, happy. So anyway, there's a guy on the corner, In fact, yes, you hear a strange little man singing songs, and you see, if anyone looks, he's got a little sign next to us, and it says Gob Billin. And I'll put that in the chat. Gob Billin. And he is singing for coin. Seems a little precarious fellow, rather short. Seems to have a head dress of some kind that seems to be binding his hair and ears, possibly. Maybe he's got something. Anyway, he's singing his heart out. And then, the next booth. So, you're hearing all these silly things, a lot of chatter. Every booth you pass, you're getting kind of pestered by people requesting, hey, I got pots, you got pots, you got coin, I got pots. Or the gummy scorpion guy, hey, that scorpion. He's like dangling in front of your face, So if Cal did have any interest, then they are for sale. But moving along, to break up all the silliness, and it's almost like an eerie silence, and everyone's kind of experiencing this together. So it's Null, Cal, Grike, and I'm Don-Jon is also with you. But as you hear like the silly goblin over there singing a song, and everybody kind of the hubbub of the marketplace, the bazaar, all the vendors trying to get your attention, you're kind of politely saying, declining everything, and then all of a sudden just
sorry I don't eat
right. and to break all that up, an eerie silence falls over, not completely mute everything, not like in a magical way, but like just kind of it's chill down your spine, goes over kind of everyone, and everyone kind of except no, I mean like gets goosebumps, just the sensation, unless we want to manifest goosebumps on the electronic. No, that could be a glitch.
I could like do vibrate mode for a little bit.
Yeah, vibrate. But in the next booth, for some reason, it's like all these booths have been very cluttered, and it's just very lived in almost, and some even had just like literally just trash strewn about, and it's like, come on guys, you're doing business. But the next booth you come upon, it's almost like the day gets a little bit darker as you step to this next booth, and in contrast to like the clutter of these other booths, there seems to be only like very minimalistic, very few things strewn about. It's very neat, very dark, and almost the silence drowns everyone, except you can hear everything happening in this booth, and you hear the sound of straw as it bends and folds together and is woven into shapes, and almost like SMR or ASMR level of detail. Everyone's hearing as if it was right up next to their ears. Just you see this figure in this booth who appeared to be a basket weaver, creating these works of art. Honestly, it's not just baskets. These are like, I don't know, the Ferraris of baskets, and so something about this person just draws you in. In contrast to I've got scorpions. Oh, I got the clay pot here for everything for sale. Oh, yeah, everyone just shouting your ear off. This figure just very slowly looks up, makes eye contact with all of you, but just otherwise remains silent, and everyone kind of gets like a chill. And I'll say, Chase, your character also gets this similar chill, this goosebump feeling, and Cal specifically, you have the what staff. Your staff, the end of it, I'm gonna say it like starts to glow a bit, and just kind of pulses a bit, and it doesn't keep doing it. It just does it like 3 times, and the only reason it catches your attention is it's like it's synchronizing with your like cold chills that's like going over you. So you're like, whoa, okay, obviously these are connected. What's going on? And you see before you. Chase, you want to describe your character?
Yeah. So you see a fairly young, like potentially like teenage half elf, who's he just looks like a young, like kind of like thin half elf with, he's wearing like fairly fine garb though, like. All dark though. Everything he's wearing is like shades of like black and very dark blues. And it looks kind of like just a step under like what you would think nobles would wear. All fairly fine and nice garb. But he's wearing a kind of a cloaked. He's got a cloak over his head, but you can see kind of like dark hair that's probably down to about his shoulders. That's kind of over his face a little bit, with pretty fair skin and like very bright, sort of piercing, almost blue eyes that kind of pierce through the darkness around him in a lot of ways. And yeah, that's other than that, he looks like he doesn't strike you that much as like kind of strikes you, and generally he strikes you as a pretty average person beyond maybe being like slightly having the material wealth of someone that's like slightly upper class.
So is this like are we meeting this character amongst the crowd that's going on there, or like were they part of the ship? Like is this how we're?
Yeah, we got some emanating pulses from a random street vendor. Cold chills going amongst everything.
So Sean, when you were introing into that, were they approaching me at the time?
Yes.
Yeah. So he looks up at you guys and to kind of like contrast the whole vibe of everything around him and the whole vendor and is like just his vibe in general, where he's like everything seems kind of dark about him. It gets contrasted pretty heavily as soon as he looks up and greets you with a fairly odd sort of almost just kind of juvenile innocence. And he says, "Oh, hey, what can I help you with?"
Oh,
I guess. Good.
I was like, did we need help? I don't know.
No stops in his like.
Where?
He does this very robotic kind of like stop in his track sort of thing. So like midway through, step on the ground, he just like halts for a minute, turns his head over, and he's like, "Is he talking to us? You talking to us?" Like,
oh, wow, I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. Is this magic that's making him operate?
last time I checked, no.
A lot of sarcasm.
I can get along with that.
Sarcasm and flame blade.
No, I'm just built like this.
Oh man, you look epic.
Some people say I'm built differently, but you know.
Well, you guys, you don't look like you're around. You don't look like you're from around here at all. What are you guys up to in Triboar?
We're multiple reasons, mostly. One, some unfortunate news for a friend of ours, and then trying to find a lead on some fire giants. Greg does not say this like quietly.
And yeah, Noel's a little stunned that we're telling. Yeah, he looks back and he's like, "Why are we telling some random people our entire lives, like, for a reason. You don't know who he works for or what could go happen.
I guess when he says that, Sean, do I like what kind of knowledge would I have of fire giants in the area?
The fire giants, nothing. You wouldn't know anything about fire giants, but you would have. I'll say you have a connection to the other thing they're looking for.
Let's the now widow.
Yes, I'll say you know where the Darthag's wife works. Darthag Olgar, which is funny. I'm changing a thing in the story
Again. We have a thing now where, like, Retcon 5 is a whole potential name that we have for things.
Okay. Yes. So we'll say that you guys knew the name. This just worked out this way. It's Urgala Olgar. I'm changing the Storm King's Thunder version of her. Oops, no, go back. Urgala Olgar, the widow. She doesn't know she's a widow yet. But we're going to say yes. Everyone's great note takers and knew immediately that, like, well, and there was something about this guy. You just, like, trusted him fully and just wanted to.
Some kind of divine intervention. Oh, hey, cleric, what's your vibe on this guy?
Exactly.
Roll for vibe check.
I'll double down. I'll double down for everybody. So in addition to you guys kind of having a click when everybody locks eyes or whatever, Cal, when you first make eye contact with this person, I'm gonna say that behind him, you don't see like the rest of his booth in the town. For a split second, you see again that planet. It's like you're back in that, you're suspended in space, and it's just you and that planet, except for it's behind his head this time. So, and then boom, back to reality. So you a microvision.
So Cal's sort of like trusting him. He's thinking, dude, we can trust this guy because moving it.
Now, did you say his name? Did you say his name yet, Chase?
My name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I introduced myself, I would have told you guys my name's Lucius.
Lucius.
Noel's gonna be a little bit suspicious, but like he's gonna roll with like how this is gonna go if others of the party seem to be trustworthy of you. But he liked the attention that he was getting, so.
I look up at Cal and is this one okay?
We're not quite sure.
Okay, but like, yeah. No, I think Noel would reach back out. He appreciates the compliment of like how cool you think he looks and stuff, because for the majority of the time, as he goes through and explains that, a lot of people just see him as a weapon and stuff, and so they don't see him as like anything other than that. So the fact that you're like, you ran up and you're like, hey, this is cool, how does this work? Like, he just kind of felt really cool about that.
Reich pats you on the shoulder, buddy. I've never once thought of you as well. Except that one time I used you as a weapon.
and like probably in the future, those other times I'm gonna use you as well.
Right? Yeah. Once you figure out how to transform into a giant gun, then they're like,
What?
Ooh.
That's what. Yeah, that. By the way, Chase, that's one thing I don't know if we'll see in this session, but because Noel has druid, he does have wild shape. But he doesn't change into animals per se. He changes into mechanical versions of those animals. He's a giant transformer, basically.
Beast Wars.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Beast Wars.
Awesome.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, like in Josh's game, we're hand waving the 2 beast shapes per day, 2 wild shapes. That's bullshit. Like, so for combat,
Yeah,
yes, but for if you just like CR0, you just want to be a dog, be a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's like Maximal's maximize or whatever is what he said. But yeah. So like I change into a spider a lot or like a wolf, and so it's. The first time we changed into a wolf, the token was the Bustling Dynamics robot thing. Yeah. Anyway.
Tippy tap.
But yeah, Noel would appreciate like the compliments and stuff like that and everything. So he doesn't see you as a threat yet, but he's like new person that's very interested in what we're going and doing. Which I think is just kind of natural meeting new people. So
new person with spooky vibes, but like not bad, not evil.
Yeah, I will say there is like a clear, if there's anything to be weirded out by Lucius, it's his personality doesn't quite fit the vibe around him. That's just like that's like the one general weird thing about him.
Yeah.
So because Cal noticed the little vision, he's gonna bring it up. So you have any connections to Sovereigns?
You said so.
Do you have any connection?
Did you have any connection to the Sovereigns?
Savras, the god.
Savras, the god. I don't even know what that. What did you say?
No, we'll turn back and
But I roll insight to see if it's telling the truth or.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while you roll, Noel, we'll turn back over and everything. And he'll ask Lucius, "What are you doing here? Like, what brings you over here?"
No, well, I'm just carrying on a long family lineage of being great weavers. Yeah, you can see my product and see what do we do. Yeah, I'm
like
just here.
Clothing weaving or like basket weaving or like
clothing weaving.
So Cal, you get the feeling he's not like lying, but he's definitely hiding something.
So he's not lying. He's lying about Sovereigns. That's making.
Noel's gonna like look over the product and stuff. So Noel, like as you're having that kind of conversation, he's just like admiring the products and stuff. And
nice, yeah. And there's not many, but they're very fine. So if you were to zoom in, macro zoom, there's like a lot of intricate design work in the weaving. But yeah, Cal.
Those glasses that kind of do that.
The bender zoom, like.
Yeah.
Cal, yeah, you checked after he said that after he was like pretty defensive about the Savras mention. So you definitely feel like he knows something about Savras, especially after that.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out the small pendant that I got from the young girl.
Yeah.
And ask him, does this look familiar?
And it'll be.
Sean, does it look familiar to me?
Yeah, it'll be the same symbol that you would have seen during the event, the aforementioned event that you had.
I saw it during that event.
I know we just met and all, but can I identify this this piece of jewelry?
Oh, you said Saurus.
That's Saurus.
Oh,
That's
that's
Saurus. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I know that. For sure. I don't, Sean. I don't really know. What do I know about it?
Well, I can't really say anything
I
in common ground.
Should I? Because I didn't talk to you at all about the backstory I sent you.
Right.
Should we mute ourselves and me call you really quick?
No, it's okay. Just I can talk around it. The event, the revelation that your character had, the big change, the moment,
right?
The moment of the change.
Yes.
Everything's just exactly as you said it, except for during that you were visited. You received glimpses of this symbol. It's a giant eye. And it is the eye of Saurus, and Saurus is a being that these guys have actually, proxy come into contact with. Like the Phandalorians have come into direct contact with this god, and then Cal has been getting multiple visions, and then most recently transported, possibly either literally or at least in his mind, directly to the presence of Saurus. So it was like the planet, size of a planet, and a giant eye in the center, and he was flashback. So yes. So
it would probably be pretty. Would it be safe to assume like I recognize the symbol, but I don't really know much about Saurus?
If you so yeah, exactly. So and that's perfect, because when you see this symbol, as soon as he holds it up, in fact, this works perfectly, because you wouldn't even have to play dumb. You wouldn't know the name of Saurus. Just the name by itself, really, but that wouldn't really mean anything. It's not until he holds that symbol up, and you're like, oh shit, and you get the vision, and immediately you are brought back to that moment, and you're like, oh god, so this must, you put two and two together.
Yeah. Okay. So I see it, and I guess you see like the kind of happy-go-lucky personality I've been putting on switch really quickly to almost a sense of horror. And I say, where did you find this?
I've had the multiple visions of Saurus, and I got this pendant from the Phandalorians, one of the Phandalorian children.
Interesting.
Fanabel.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I've seen this image. I've seen the symbol before. I don't know what it means though.
I mean,
well, that's helpful, Noel says. Is he still looking at the clothing?
Well, Cal, I mean, definitely you want to tell him? I mean,
well, it's the Eye of Saurus, the god, main god here, and we are on a mission to
slay it, right?
no,
Oh well.
slaying the god.
to slay Saurus? No.
We'll add that to the to-do list.
Oh. Well, you're seeing these images. What's the next step for you?
Do we kidnap the elf?
That's your first thought? Noel turns around. Makes really nice clothing. And you want to kidnap him?
Yeah.
Couldn't I just ask nicely?
I don't know how humans work these things.
So that Cal is just want to know, would he be was he given a mission or anything? That's what I would be asking. Did Cyrus tell you anything?
Did Cyrus tell me anything?
Yeah, when you had when you saw this eye, was there any revelation that you were told to do?
I wasn't told anything. But a lot of things changed
After the Fire
after
Nation.
I saw it. But no, I never heard a voice or spoke to anybody.
Okay.
What brings you to Triboar again?
Well, as
We are looking for
Urgala.
Olgar. Have you seen?
that person, the name, that person.
Now with
You know, other Olgar is.
Oh, Urgala, yeah. What do I know about Urgala?
So Lucius knows that Urgala runs the North Shield House. It's a fine local inn, stately, clean, and quiet. And I can mark it on the map. It's a T10. Where's, if I can find it? It's going to be. Here we go. Northeast of the center of town. So I'll ping it over here. Do-do-do-do. Is Urgala something I can select? How deep does it go? Oh, she is! Incredible. Is she? Oh, she's already. Okay, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. Never mind. It's already there. Somebody already thought of this. Dun dun dun. So I will boop. There we go. Except I gotta change her name. Her name's not Urgala Meltimer. It's
Urgala is Gar.
Urgala Olgar.
The widow.
Yeah, I just gave her a husband and now we're gonna take it away.
You said Urgala, yeah, we get wasted all the time. What's the place called?
Urgala runs the North Shield House.
Yeah, she runs the North Shield House just uptown.
It is a modest size inn, comparable to Stonefield Inn, where you guys have been. Well, actually, before the Neverweakened, where you guys stayed in Phandalin.
Yeah,
Is Urgala connected to this pendant?
oh no, her husband's dead.
do you think we should let us stay in there?
I don't know.
Once she finds out that information.
Wait, say what again?
Well,
Say that again, Clayton.
I'm gonna.
Grind mode is to send Null to give the bad news. Send the robot.
Look, if I take you guys over there, I'm sure she'll let you stay.
Cool. Well, yeah, I guess. All right, let's go, Don-Jon.
Oh, I was about to say, sorry, Don-Jon's with you guys. I keep forgetting.
Oh yeah, I guess Don-Jon's gonna be the one to break the news to her.
Yeah.
So we get to see.
You could send the guy that already knows her. Lucius already knows her. We're just some random people that don't know her.
Oh yeah, he was stabbed and almost half devoured by a bunch of rats.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't lead with that.
We retrieved most of his bones.
Like glass half full. I mean, it's positive attitude. Let's.
We're pretty sure.
Well, if we head over there, I never knew. I don't know if I ever knew. Did I ever know her husband?
I'm going to say yes. He was in charge of a mining operation outside Phandalin at the Mountains Toe Gold Mine. He has been in charge of it for 2 years. We're going to say the party has been active in Phandalin probably about 1 year. We'll say it's been about that long, whole time. So occasionally he's been gone to Triboar to see his wife. So he'll make maybe twice a month come home and then have like a 2-night stay, but then it's back to work. So, but you would know that she is married, and it is public knowledge for townies anyway that Urgala is married. Yeah.
Well, would I know him personally though?
Not close. You may have met in passing, but not close. Around. No. And we can say that you are close to Urgala. We can say that you're a local vendor, and like you're going to be tight with, several of the proprietors in the area.
Okay. Well, you're right. I can be the one to tell her, but if she needs to know details, one of you will have to speak to her.
Don-Jon, yeah, he'll because I remember he's here. Yeah. I'll be the one to give it the news. I know.
No, nonsense, Don-Jon, and we'll just press a button on Null and the video playback feed. So that's a finding.
It just comes out with this hologram kind of thing, yes. And it's like, you're my only hope.
Yes. Except it's the rat bastards.
Right.
But it's all in the perspective of first person of Null.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick before we head over there.
Yep, bio break.
This session is brought to you by Gummy Scorpions.
Yes.
That's good. Wait for bad news.
So, Lucius, how does like I was saying, sorry to like completely take over that, but it was cool in the moment. I was like riding with it.
Yeah.
Your shop, were you just like leave it, or there's not that many items, so like would you kind of pack up with you, or like do like a cool ninja move to like
I think I just leave it.
Leave it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I mean that works because like I was saying, the other vendors are like very lived in, like very messy and stuff. You can tell like they just kind of leave it. Okay, perfect. Active during the day, and it's not like there's many items to steal. So perfect.
It's a big, but it's still a small town on a grand scale. So you get that small town hospitality where everybody knows whose vendors what. So missing stuff come up pretty quickly.
True. And you do get the feeling like there are a lot of townies. Like this is an active community. There, like you said, you passed probably just from parking the Neverweakened. You guys probably passed 2 farms on the way in, and then you saw another two, across the road, and it's just you, and then lots of people in town, but you do get the feeling like there's a smooth flow to everything, kind of like it's one big organism, and that you lot are definitely catching more eyes than kind of their own, for sure. So kind of that vibe. But yeah, as we head to the North Shield house, right? We have Lucius, new friend Lucius, friendly face, guiding everyone. Actually, now that in hindsight, I guess Don-Jon should know this, but whatever, it's fine. Yes, thank you.
Don-Jon drunk when he's here.
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah.
He never successfully managed to get his buddy home when they've been here.
And I think it's even funnier because in the real backstory of him, he might even be like a Triboar guy. I'm like, I know so little. It's fine. So, cool. Yeah, did you guys come up to this place? 1 second. For anybody who knows this character, I didn't mean to un-LGBT her. That did happen though. I just did that. I just read her. This is the Neverweakened Urgala. It's a different Urgala. Okay, I got those things. Sorry, I was gonna look for the description of the place, but it's just we're gonna say it is not significantly larger than Stonehill Inn, but I'll say the noted difference is how much nicer it is actually, because I think Stonehill Inn's been attacked by a dragon at least twice in Phandalin, so it's almost always under construction. They have got the scaffolding up. Versus here in Triboar, this North Shield house looks very nice, and in fact, bless you. A telltale sign is the landscaping. So she's got flowers out, and there's hanging flowers, plants everywhere. Rocks to mulch ratio is perfect. Looking good. Everybody's flower beds are popping because of all the free manure that's just laying around everywhere. So it's just good place for plants. So you see as you come up, there are two mastiffs, puppies, big pups on the porch, and today's a little bit hot, so everyone's kind of the stately women walking around with their fans, and the working men, rolling up their sleeves. Whoo, it's getting pretty toasty out there. You got the classic guy dunking his head into the horse trough scene, everything going on, stuff like that. And coming up onto this inn, these two mastiffs are just massive, just strewn out, just spilling over the stairs. There's only 1 or 2 steps up to the porch, but they're just spilling over the side, blocking the way pretty much up to the inn as you come up. So how do you handle the puppies?
I
the dog? Is that an option?
I greet them like I know them.
Yeah, no, that works. No, make an animal handling check.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Okay, because I'm just can I pet the puppy? Does an 18 work?
Nice. So
I have a +7 to animal handling, so have fun with that.
There's one that doesn't move at all. He just remains draped over the stairs, and in fact, as soon as you step up closer, you hear just a big snore let out, and he coughs and it goes back to sleep. But the one kind of stumbles to his feet, and oh my god, there's just so much skin falling off this thing as it gets up. And there's dirt that shakes off as he just is chonks or flailing around. But he does that quick, the shake thing that dogs do as he immediately goes up to Lucius and does the happy wag tail and immediately recognizes him so fast almost that it looks like he barely even stops for him. Goes right past Lucius up to Null, and then his nose is going to go straight to, I guess it starts to go straight for the crotch, because like that's where most living things make the most smells. But it's just like it stops and it's just kind of sniffing all over, goes top to bottom, and doesn't like see any good or bad. Just like metal. Okay.
The dog's confused. What is this?
Yeah, what is this?
He looks alive, but he doesn't smell alive.
And I'm going to roll to see if he hikes his leg. We're going to do.
Oh God!
1, 2.
Yes.
Odds he does, evens he does not. Odds he does, evens he does not. Oh shit! I didn't mean to roll 2. No. Evens he does not. It was evens first. Okay, he does not. He does not hike his leg. So need to get.
Yeah, good, because I was about to like drop kick.
But yeah, they seem to not register as enemies, so that's they are gonna let you guys pass, and you're free to enter.
Hey, we passed the dog test. Cool.
I guess we enter.
As we enter the North Shield House, there is it gets kind of, the hustle and bustle dies down, and it's a different vibe inside. You enter, and I'm gonna say it's like a real door, not like the saloon doors. So there's a clear, just you can block the sound. And as you enter, there's a foyer area, and a young male working that area. He's like the, what do you call that? The concierge. But like not super fancy like in a New York hotel. He's just like, this is a cowboy town. He's just a young, worker. But he offers to check your bags, basically, so to that effect. If you have anything, I'm not even sure what you rolled up in the town with. So he
Fully hit it out ready for
right.
Would I know him?
So you would know he works for Urgala, but you're not like first name basis, maybe,
Okay.
He's just the kid who works the front desk or whatever.
Yeah.
But he welcomes you though. It's like, oh, welcome to the North Shield House. You can tell he's nervous. This is like he's post-pubescent, but like barely, and really trying to be professional, but like not quite sure what that looks like. So it's kind of like an impression of a professional person. So, oh yes, welcome, North Shield House. I'm Timothy. I work for Miss Olga. Welcome. What can I help you with? We need a room tonight.
No, we're here to visit the widow.
The widow. I'm sorry. There's a widow. I wasn't aware we had a widow's.
Ignore what he just said. We're here to see Urgala. It's good to see you, mate.
Oh, hello. Yes. Yes, I think Mr. Lucius, right, from the square.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to see Urgala. We're just here to say hi. Is she around?
Yes, I'm sure. I'll be right back. Feel free to have a drink in the lounge. I'll let her know you're here.
Appreciate it.
So as you, it's just.
I turn to as he walks away. I turn to
Grike.
Is it Gurk?
Grike.
Yeah, it's right.
Grike. That's how you say it. I turn to Grike.
Other Gurk. I'm going to call him Gurk now.
Grike. I'm going to turn to him and I would say, well, you guys sure are a fucking squirrely bunch, huh? And I just kind of keep walking. While I walk them over into the inn and to a table to drink.
I'm not too good with you. Too many syllables.
Null just follows everyone kind of thing and is like, He just acts like everyone is, and is trying to not appear out of the normal or whatever. But he's like looking around and taking in the surroundings of the establishment.
Yeah, so it's I'll say it's a little bit nicer, a little bit swankier than Stonehill Inn, and the lighting is like somehow it's darker, but like everything that needs to be lit is very well lit. It's just like really good lighting, like really smartly lit in here. The care that's been taken on the bar top, it almost looks like, you know, it was designed to be a standalone piece. It's so beautiful. And it's just one of many mahogany, you know, that's the first word that came to mind. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Walnut. But these pieces that are in this room, and it's one of those old school rooms where like like a proper parlor where like the walls are wood too. And you see some gentlemen, some true gentlemen, like these are like well-to-do horsemen, you know, like owners, like horse owners and cattlemen, but like, you know, not rusty dusty cowboys. These are like, you know, businessmen basically, and they're, you know, having a cigar in the parlor there, and behind the bar is a very attractive young lady, an elven, in fact, and serving up drinks. And unlike the vibe at Stonehill Inn, which was mostly kind of like, you know, mead, just serving ale, you know, all day, this one they actually have like kind of a nice selection of spirits behind the bar there, and it's on display in such a way that you haven't seen, you know, the care taken to put so much effort into something like this, compared to family. So, but yeah, you notice several figures in here. There's like I said, the bartender and a few other figures. There is a elderly dwarven man and a middle-aged human man having a conversation together, in addition to we'll say like a half a dozen of those cattlemen I was describing, in groups of 2, so like 4 tables total, and then the bar top. They also have a nice selection of cigars. And Don-Jon kind of perks up. He's like, oh yes. It's been too long. And it's like, he's like, old guys, cigars, booze, are you kidding me? This is my shit. So Don-Jon, and sorry, Chase, Don-Jon is a character. This guy fits right in. He has a cowboy hat, and he's like got a duster vest on, and like he was initially the chauffeur, I guess, or the caravan driver for everyone in the group here, for most of us anyway. And then he is a kind of a town favorite in Phandalin, friends with the Lord Protector, Lady Dara Baravan, and her number one, and he's just a well-liked individual. So,
and he's smoking buddies with Job and Greg.
Yes. Their first adventure with pipeweed, he shared around in a circle on their weed just before fighting some ghouls. That's,
all right.
Didn't we almost? Sorry, out of game. Did we have like mechanic for like? Wait, should I be swinging at disadvantage because I've been smoking pipeweed for this whole time? Anyway,
disadvantage. Haven't smoked.
I'm not like this because I'm in Van Halen. I'm in Van Halen because I'm like this.
I turn to the group. What kind of drinks do you guys like?
Oil.
WD 40 ounce.
Right.
WD-40. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Greg's a heavy drinker.
Do you like an ale, a stout, a wine, a mead? What do you like?
Ale's probably good.
You'll see there's snacks too. Like there's some various nuts and berries set out.
Who is it?
Same.
Who come into us, or do we have to go find?
I guess I'll call. I'll call over the elf waitress,
Yes.
and I'll call over to her like, can we get a pitcher of ale over here?
Oh yeah, be right there. And you see her. She's kind of working on Clayton. You know, like your smoked cocktail thing. It's got the so she's kind of doing one of those. She's like burning some wood chips and trying to capture the smoke under a glass and like trying to get this like smoked old Manhattan or whatever. You know.
Yeah, no, like no Caesar's like I'm guessing we're all like stranded at a table or like have taken seats at some sort of table or something like that, or will do. But Mel like reaches into one of his bag and he pulls out a tiny little tin cup and everything, and he's holding it to like fit in with everybody. He's not going to if she offers for the pour of the cup, he's not going to allow. But he's just like holding it to look like he's doing something.
Somewhere along the way, we got all over the place.
It's Noel's
Yeah,
version.
he just
of
pulls out this little
man.
tiny cup.
Hell yeah. So she'll as soon as she finishes crafting the like gourmet cocktail, she like presents that, she brings it to the table with the elder dwarven man and the speaking with the human at that table. And then she goes back to her bar, grabs a pitcher from behind the bar that's like displayed up against the mirror on the back wall, and is going to start filling that up with ale from the barrel they have. And once she gets that, you see the way she's pouring it, it's like expert. Like there's like zero head lost. Like the way it comes out, it's just perfect. So like the last drop, whip, puts it on there, and then makes it over to your table. And again, her personality is just like super bubbly, very positive. But all super professional. She's being very polite to everyone. It's like, oh, hello, gentlemen. Here's your pitcher, she'll say, and she brings enough, kind of like the Munich, the Oktoberfest waitresses when they bring out like a handful of steins and beers, all like that. So I imagine that's how it looks. So she's like that, but elven. So she brings it all out for you guys, and some big 16 ounce. She'll throw those down, and and you see her like, thank you, sorry, and she'll say her name. Man, I need names ready to go. What's a good name? Elsa. She's Elsa. Elsa takes the she starts wiping the side. So she like sets the glasses down and then starts to distribute them to everybody. And when you do that, it like creates the sweat lines or whatever. So she grabs a rag, starts drying the sweat lines, and asks if you guys are staying here, or if you want to start a tab, or how are we gonna do this? Like,
well, and then Noel just directs that to the people that actually need sleep.
Well, if you're staying here, I can put it on your room tab, but otherwise it'll be 2 silver.
Yeah, no, you could go ahead and just tell Ogar that it's on Lucius.
On Lucius, okay. I'll see if that's all right. Urgala. So she'll turn around, go back to the bar and kind of like start fumbling through some other stuff. But around that time, sorry. Let's see. Right, so she goes back behind the bar, and we're gonna say that there's an entrance to this room that is like at the end of the bar. So you see the young lad from before, Timothy, entering with Urgala, and Elsa will kind of, you don't hear this, but she'll grab Urgala's attention, and kind of you see her kind of like speak and then point toward your table, and then Urgala, and then Chase, Lucius sees Urgala like, oh yeah, but yeah, like no, yeah, that's no problem. Like her body language says, yeah, this is fine. It's all covered. So she's in a good mood, and when she sees you, in fact, she like perks up. She's like, oh, Lucius is here. Oh, good, okay. And I wonder what good news he has.
No.
So, so she'll, Timothy brings her, but like escorts her to you guys. And he's very young, but he's trying. And he's like, may I present Miss Urgala Ogar? And she's like, Timothy, you really don't. You really don't have to. Like, calm down. Go back. Go fix the coats. Go put the coats. So she'll send him back to the coat room, basically, or I keep saying coat room. It's like an entrance foyer type situation. Whatever. Everyone, employees wise, so far that you guys have seen, like very attractive, and Urgala is no exception. When she walks up, I'm thinking like Angela Bassett like vibes. Like Wakanda Forever. She walks up and very, comfortable in her own skin, and this is like her establishment. She runs shit. This is her, business. Her husband also very, successful in his endeavors, even though it's not here physically. He's, off doing his thing. We're gonna say that Darthag. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna say that Darthag. Sorry. Even though it was kind of a shitty place and overrun with rats, he did make like good coin mining that, because there was like gold in there. So yes, she is a well-to-do. She walks up, and we're gonna say, yeah, like the little image there and her token. She's got her hair up like that, and kind of looks like she's trying to look like she's, working woman, like getting her hands dirty, but it's just hard to contrast such beauty with like any kind of attempt to, sully it. So as still dressed, very nicely, she walks up and greets you, and Lucius, she's gonna come in for a hug. It's like, oh, Lucius, you little short, dark, and handsome, come over here. And she'll like, grab you, squeeze you in tight, bring you into her bosom, as it were, and very lovingly, very motherly. She's quite a bit older than you, but she's still got it going on. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. So, but yeah, she's like, oh, what brings you in? Who are your new friends? Oh my God! And she like sees Null, and she's like, what is this?
Right? Isn't it?
Oh, hello. She'll kind of readjust her posture, and like, oh my gosh, how are you? And she'll like hold her hand out. It's like, it is so nice to meet you. I'm Urgala.
No, like takes the hand. He's like, I don't know, like he's trying to be nice and everything, and thinks he's following custom and everything. No, but he's a little like. He's a little hesitant about it because he doesn't know if he's doing the right customary greeting.
No, that's great. She's not offended or anything. She's like, anything you do, any little twitch, any move, she's like, oh my gosh, this is the best. This is just the best. So, Lucius, I love your friend. I am all about this. This is fantastic. It's like, well, what brings you in? You got some drinks? Don't worry about this first round. It's on me, but you got to pay for everything after this. But So what brings you in?
No, starts looking.
Perhaps we should have a word in private.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was like that. Okay, all right. And she'll say, Elsa, get these boys another round. Make sure they don't get too thirsty, okay? And Elsa's like, oh, okay. She's over there making like another complicated cocktail. She's muddling. Somebody ordered a freaking mint mojito. Damn it! All right, cut this so I don't sound stupid. Yes. You see her working on a mojito this time, and it's like she's like really stressed because she has to go find mint now, and it's in the garden. It's like a whole thing, so she's muddling. Anyway, I am representing fellow ex-bartenders out there. This is like a sore in our side. It's a thorn in our side. Anyway, so yes, that happens, and Urgala takes you. Actually, so they're going to go to her office. It's behind the desk at the front desk. So, Timothy, go dig a hole and fill it in or something. Wait, I gotta talk to my friend here for a second. So you guys have some privacy.
Is this just me and Urgala?
And well, I mean, Don-Jon also, because
everyone with us,
because he'll know her and he was there, and he'll have the details that you don't have. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'd rather you talk than me. So I'm just talking to myself otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly, I feel like I was just like almost out of character gonna say, like, I tell her that
we do that a lot. It's okay. Third person.
But when I just don't have context yet in my like. This is like an assumed relationship.
I got it. No. All right,
so
Don-Jon.
Yeah. So I tell her the news.
Yeah.
When I do it, are we in like a separate room when I do it?
Yeah, it's her office, so it's like her desk, her her accounts, everything.
So at the edge of the room, I'm gonna cast silence.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Before I tell her, and basically anything within like a 20-foot radius outside the door of the room is just not gonna be able to hear.
Ooh, nice, cool.
And I'm gonna tell her, and then I assume I'm going to like pass it on to Don-Jon to like kind of give her any details or answer any questions she has because I don't know anything.
Yeah, he'll and this is cool because you'll find out anyway. She'll say like Don-Jon takes his hat off, and which for you that's nothing to you wouldn't notice that, but everybody else would be like, oh man, never seen Don-Jon without his hat. But he takes his hat off and he's looking down, and it's really hard for him to make eye contact with Urgala. He's just kind of staring at the ground, and honestly, as soon as he starts talking, he kind of starts to choke up, and his eyes well up. I won't say he's like pouring tears, but his eyes do well up, because this is like he was really good friends with this guy, and he starts to say what happened, and he recounts the fight. Like, Urgala, I'm so sorry. Me and these boys that in your dining room right now, I hadn't seen Urgala. I hadn't seen. Fuck. Go through my notes. His name is Darthag. I hadn't seen Darthag in. I need like pictures here. In a couple weeks, we were supposed to meet up to have our drinks. You know how we do. You know how us boys get together. You know how we do. And I just hadn't seen him. And so I got these boys to come help me, and we were gonna round them up, see what's going on. And I am just so sorry. Darthag's dead. Urgala, Darthag's dead. And she was like, "What? Oh my god!" She's trying to stay strong. She doesn't break down and start like bawling or anything. She just with a strong face, she's like, "Tell me what happened," and her eyes start to well up with tears. And Don-Jon goes into the details of the battle, which was basically the guys were going to just to check up on Mountains to Gold Mine to see what was the matter, but it had been completely overrun by a were-rat gang, and these people were only after the gold. They did not have anything personal against Darthag. They killed him. He was in between them and their goal. It was senseless. It was murder. But these boys, we made sure there's nothing left. Like no one's gonna hurt anybody else again. But I know that doesn't change anything about Darthag. And Urgala just again, she's her jaws clenched now, and she starts to kind of very subtly shake. And as the tears that have been welling up, it's not welling anymore. Now it starts it streams on one side, and then sure enough on the next side's right after. As she starts to speak, she wants to know, like, is there anything that was left behind, or did he say anything? Was there a chance? And did he have any last words or anything? And Don-Jon just, again, his head sinks even deeper, because he reveals that poor Darthag was already dead by the time they got there. And she just like starts to cry, and Don-Jon starts to cry as well. So I imagine for Lucius, it's kind of like there's a stranger and then like kind of a friendly acquaintance, not like best friend, but I mean professional friend basically, but just like, this is heavy news for and they start, and they'll embrace each other. And again, these are older people. So, there's a lot of shared history there, and, they'll just have a moment basically and pull apart, and Urgala kind of like dries her tears and reconstitutes herself and dries her tears, and she's gonna do that nervous thing where they look back and forth at two different people while they're saying the same thing. So like Lucius and Don-Jon, she's kind of saying one sentence but looking boop 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 boop, like one person, two person, back and forth. And she's like, well, we, Darthag knew that this endeavor was very risky. And I mean, we've seen many riches come before this. I just thought we had some more years. I didn't want to be too selfish, but I thought we had some more years. This is a tragedy. And, but yeah, she'll, this news hits her heavy, and, she will kind of take a moment and catch her breath. And she's like, basically, well, how can I help you all? How can I, you're clearly friends of, and she'll relate that you're, obviously you're friends of Darthag, and she would want to do right by him. What could she do for you? First of all, the least of all is you can have a room here. All you guys, whoever needs a room, you can more than welcome to stay here while you're taking care of your Triboar business.
Are we in that room, or were we figuring out how big was the room? Did we all?
Oh, we were outside of the room.
Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just me and
Urgala and Don-Jon.
Don-Jon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I appreciate the hospitality, Urgala, but I suppose that we should find out what this group here. I feel like the rest of their adventures and what they're up to might have something, be worth hearing out.
Yes, of course. And actually, roll for perception, Lucius. Or maybe history. We'll see what perception does. 18.
I rolled twice.
So you'll notice, and I maybe should have said history, but we'll bundle it up. You notice what's the word? Not pendant. It's a I knew this word. Pin, just a pin. What's the thing? The Lord of the Rings. Everybody gets the little leaf thing that holds their cloak together. What's that shit called? The little, brooch. There we go. Is it brooch?
Brooch?
Like a elegant lady's brooch, or?
No, brooch is for the ladies. I think lapel is for me.
Lapel, that that little metal thing that holds your cloak together, or whatever. It's the pin.
You're right.
Damn it! I think we already covered this in an episode too. I'll have to go back. I think it was in Necromancer's Cave. Anyway, so Lucius sees on her nice purple gown that she has over her clothes. There is that thing holding it, and the symbol. You would know. Everybody would know that. I mean, not everybody, but you would know the symbol to belong to the Harpers, the organization, the Harpers. And I think Job Iden was the only one who actually had ties or was going to have ties to the Harpers, but they're out there. They're doing stuff. They're harping. And that is one fact that sticks out.
Okay. Not related to the pendant, though.
She will say, in addition to her offer of hospitality, that she knows people. She and Darthag, they got around. They used to be adventurers. They weren't always, inn owners and gold mining supervisors. They used to throw down. So she will let you know that she has connections she can introduce you to in your quest.
When we walk back down to the group, I tell them, guys, can you show her the pendant that you showed me?
Did we hear you? Like.
Yeah, I'm back. We're back with you.
Okay.
You drop the silence.
Yeah, that's gone. I figured we went back down to the group.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pulled out the Sovereign's pendant.
And so you're asking.
Do you? Yeah, Urgala, do you know what this is?
Urgala will reach out. Cal, do you recoil, or do you let her handle it?
Well, she's here and she's a friend, so I will let her hold it.
Okay. Yeah, she casually reaches out and grabs it, and in fact, Cal, you're like, oh shit, is it gonna happen? Like when she touches it, you're almost like bracing yourself. Exactly. You're like, oh shit. You're like waiting for her to jump or something, but nothing happens. She just grabs it, turns it around, looks at the back, turns it around, like feels the weight of it. She's like, she says it's nice, but I don't know what this is. I don't recognize it.
Bummer. Well, guys, how else can what else are you guys looking for?
Yeah, what brings you to Triboar? What's going on?
Have you heard of the ordering?
The ordering. So when you say that, she gets a little like Vietnam dog. The ordering. She'll say, "No, that's not a word I've heard in a long time." she'll be like, not rudely, but like she's like, now what the hell are you boys doing with the, like, why are you even, what happened?
Well, there was an ordering.
I think we started it.
No, you shattered it.
Shattered it. Yeah, we broke it.
Yeah.
We broke it.
Yeah, there was an ordering. Now there may not be.
There's not one now. Gotta find some fire giants.
Oops.
You shattered the ordning.
Well, not us directly, but
Well,
like,
not us. Our captain who is maintaining his weapons on his area right now.
He's throwing Mando into the butt.
It's not a town.
a friend of ours did.
So she's gonna. So she's still holding the Savras pendant. We'll just say, like, she's just asking you guys. She's like holding it. She gets like sick to her stomach all of a sudden, and also she's just been given this like terrible news, but then there's this thing also. Oh my god! Like, so she's going to tell you guys that she used to be an adventurer. She's not, like I said, you know, she wasn't born running an inn.
Did she take an arrow to the knee?
Right. But she's gonna say like the ordning is what keeps giants from like that's what keeps them acting right. Otherwise they're gonna be up in our towns like running amok. The ordning is the only thing that is any semblance of structure that safeguards us common folk from calamity. Oh my god. And she's kind of half talking to herself, half talking to you guys. She's just kind of nervous, anxious. She hears that you shattered the ordning, so in her mind she's kind of like, oh god, that means that A and B and C and D, and she's like, so it's like putting it all together what this could mean. She's kind of nervously reaching out as her mind's racing. And she, Timothy, go get my notebook. And she's gonna request that Timothy grabs her notebook. He, of course, you know, obediently rushes it to her, and she's gonna start writing notes. Oop! I just heard Squish scream. She's going to start writing notes, and that will be, so the actual contents of the notes, I'm going to make this like not an Easter egg, but just like a thing that I will figure this out between sessions, but it's going to be something cool. But Urgala is going to have some knowledge, some giant knowledge. And later, something else giant will happen with her, and it's a thing. But like I said, I didn't want to rush Triboar. I want Triboar to feel real, like a real place. So she started like furiously writing these notes and makes them, and let's just say she puts them aside for now and offers you guys again. She directs Timothy to get some keys. What are we at, like 2 per room or 3 per room, whatever it is, 2 rooms, 3 rooms. We'll do 2 rooms. And yeah, so you guys have that, and she's gonna say that is there anything else that's like really like pressing, because I need to get back and I need to do some research.
Pressing.
Did we have anything else in here other than like searching down the ordning stuff?
Recall.
Do you guys feel like you need sleep or food?
Oh, we're gonna get that, but
Yeah, I assume this comes with room service.
All right, well, I'm gonna go back to my office. I've got some notes to take. I got a feeling that I'm gonna go through my old journals, and I think I have some information that might help you boys. I'm assuming you're trying to fix your mistake, right? Trying to fix what happened.
What do you mean by mistake?
Yeah, but Hey, mistake's a strong word. And fix
Also,
it.
I don't know how you would fix something like that.
You put it back together. You broke it.
My glue? This is. I don't know if that's something you could, like.
Well,
I don't know either.
thought that was just kill all the giants. So we're gonna fix the thing. Oh, okay. I
Oh,
guess we can
Lord.
do it.
Oh, Lord. Well, if you're going to kill all the giants, she's going to...
Yes, genocide.
If you're going to kill it, though, she has like a little 007 moment, or a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Again, she's kind of like still drying the tears because she just found out her husband's dead, but like they love each other, but like they're older and they were not estranged, but like, you know, geographically separated, you know, so
It's just the world too, I imagine.
and it's
like,
the world that's brutal, man.
Well-
Yeah, people dying left and right, so it's just like, oh shit.
Your child doesn't get a name until they're 5.
Right, exactly. Like, don't make eye contact with me, you're not gonna be here tomorrow. Like, exactly. So that kind of vibe. So yes, but yeah, she's gonna start making notes and stuff and get to you. So cool. She about the giant. Yeah, sorry. The last thing you said. She goes to the bar and excuse me, child, and she'll like push aside or not push, but you know, motion Elsa aside, and she's going to like grab the bottles, but in a certain pattern. And like as she like pushes down on the meat, and then she'll hand over here, and there's like the dwarven spirit over here. She'll like do a little move where she pushes down on the bar top and then pushes it back, and then she goes over to the meat and starts pouring. And as she's pouring this huge pitcher, the whole back of the bar like transforms, and you hear gears cranking. The mirror goes back. The bottles go down into like a display that was hidden, and up comes this giant great sword, Grike. It's not unlike your Dragon Slayer, but even bigger. It's like anime size. It comes up, and you hear the cranking, and you know, you have like an angelic choir moment. And like I said, the lighting earlier, how I was commenting on how everything's like super well lit. It changes just to accommodate this. So everything kind of goes muted, and then there's like a spotlight just on this, and she's gonna say, if you've shattered the ordning, and if you're who you say you are, you're gonna need this on your journey, and it is going to be a giant slayer greatsword.
Yes.
So that is, she's going to bequeath it to the party, and she's going to, in fact, she kind of gives the party a once over. Now I'm gonna give this to you guys, and she's like kind of eyeballing everybody, and she looks at Grike, and she's like, okay, well, obviously, I'm gonna give this to you. I think this makes the most sense.
The one that can hold it.
Yeah. And she's gonna say, this came when we were in great need, when I was a young lady, when I was a young adventurer, and I think it will help you moving forward. This is something we haven't had to use in a long time, and I pray we never would have to again. But I'm too old now to use this. But you guys, I mean, if you lit the fire, you're gonna have to go out there and put it out. You're gonna need this.
I don't know if we lit it, but we're definitely trying to extinguish it.
Yeah.
Tricked into lighting. You were deceived.
We don't have to spread that around.
That's true. It's funny. I'm like sitting back watching you guys handle this information. Like nobody, because the average public has no idea. So
None. This is what happens when Grok has to answer the questions. Low charisma. He's like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Giant Slayer. So this is a +1.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up.
You got it?
And, does 2d6 extra damage if it's a giant.
Yes.
The fun thing is, though, they must also succeed automatically every hit with a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Ah. And then she gives that to you, and like the choir dies down, and she'll rearrange the bottles and everything. And Elsa's like, "What the hell?" Like, obviously, Elsa had never seen this happen, didn't know that was possible, and the display retracts back into the bar, and the bottles come back up. The mirror comes back, the lighting goes back to normal, and it's funny that the guys who are kind of out at the cocktail tables, they don't even really notice anything. They're just kind of got a good buzz going on. They're focusing on their cigars and everything. They're just not noticing any of that. Cool. Got a cool sword. And yeah, Urgala will kind of shuffle away, and she's going to go do her research. So now you guys have room keys.
Why do you only get the cool sword?
Yeah, I get the pendant back from her.
Say what?
Well, I get the pendant back from her.
Oh, no, I assumed you were like kind of holding it out on the chain, and she was just kind of, she never actually took it from you. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Urgala retreats to her office. She needs some time to research and stuff. So you guys have your room keys. Do you have information? Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Not
We're
really.
looking for giant.
Actually, that's a good place to call it. I think
Okay.
we'll call it early tonight.
Okay.
I have a lot of like. I have to go back and like repurpose a lot of these things to plug and play. There's so much to work with in Triboar, and then there's like our story, and I'm trying to like juggle everything. And now we got Lucius, and
Hell yeah.
which is funny because that's like it's funny the new player with the complicated backstory. That's not the hard part. The hard part's the new place with new map and new people. I gotta remember who's like there, what they're doing, all the like. So it's funny. So, anyway, in an attempt to make this, not a railroad campaign, I have to like flesh this out and behind the scenes and stuff. But anyway, yeah, woo! There's that. Sorry, no, big battle tonight. Sorry, not yet.
Oh, that's fine.
That's alright.
No, I think it was really good. It worked out well because new character, new person, got to ease them in slowly. So I'd be like, yeah, fight that over there, please. Kill
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it's both ways are fun, but I think I'm trying to like do story as much as I can here. But anyway, yeah, next time we will pick up right where we are. If we want to, for the sake of like ease, do a long rest. That way you guys can be,
That works. Yeah.
replenished after that aerial fight. And then I'm assuming Mander will be back here. He can like meet up with you guys at the inn, and then we'll start like the new day, the next day for next session. And then
Perfect.
we'll find out why Lucius is gonna hang around. Like, what's his purpose for hanging around? Gotta figure something out.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Very. Yeah, that was awesome.
Sweet. Okay, we're in Triboar now. Woo! We're officially in Storm King's Thunder. We're like taking the training wheels off from Dragon of Icefire Peak. We're done. It's over. There's no more. Now it's all grown-up stuff. Storm King's Thunder.
Grown up stuff. Very
Giants.
nice.
So
Very nice.
sweet. All right, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. See you next time.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Later.
Ooh, ooh.